All right, everybody. Sorry, I'm still getting everything set up here. Sorry, I know I'm a little late to the game here, Billy. Hello, light. Do you want to? No, you don't want to work. Okay. Trying to get my other light to work, but it's like plug it in, plug it out. All right. Give me a minute. I'm working on something here. I can just plug this directly in. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do it. That'll do, pig. That'll do. There we go. That's better. Ah, so much better. I'm going to have a sip of water. How's everybody doing today on this fine Saturday night? Saturday night. I feel like the old Saturday night days of watching WCW on a Saturday night, 8:05 Eastern time. Do. Them boys down south with their wrestling, you know. But anyway, it's just kind of a impromptu, a little live stream, hangout, such. Talk some toys, keep it simple, show some recent pickups. These three right in front of you are three I just received. Got him from GameStop, and then I got him from, what was it, eBay. So they did reveal a more true to 90s Superboy from Return of the Supermen. I think that was like last year, or maybe it was sometime last year. So I'm pretty excited about getting that eventually sometime this year. And the other thing I'm really excited to get, and they did reveal it, is a Golden Age Wonder Woman. So that'll be really nice if or when that happens. But piece. Get the fuck out of here! I'm getting these like weird text messages of like join our coin club, or I don't know what's going on. I'm like get all the way out of here. Not halfway, all the way out of here though. With that, I got a really cool custom piece that I'm going to show you guys. It's just a head, but the head is like perfect and it'll save people a ton of money. Let me see if my iPad is charged. It's probably dead. Yeah, let me charge it. Terry, what's up, buddy? I got some DC stuff to show off. I've gotten the DC bug lately, especially the McFarlane DC bug. I've got a lot to say about all three of these. I've already shot the review. That's why they're up here. So expect that review. And before that, I'm going to get to my Max Fleischer Superman review. That should be up tomorrow. So expect that. And Woodman, your package is on the way, buddy. It was sent out. Like I said, sorry for the delay, but I threw a little special extra thing in there for you. I hope you enjoy it. But anyway, I digress. Okay, my iPad's working. The name of... Okay, my iPad's doing weird stuff. It just said, oh, you're charged to 20%, and now you're charged to 1%. Okay, I'm just going to let you figure yourself out over there. So I'll get Steel out of the way. And like I said, I did have a lot to say about these guys individually. So I hope you guys enjoy that review. If I can find a... I'm going to open up two... I already took them out of the Amazon box, but I didn't take them out of the package. So I'm going to open them up live and play around with them and see. One is a vehicle and the other one is a 2-pack. And we're going to get to that. But I'll get to just hellos to everybody. Terry Turner Woodman. Don't be shy. Say hi. California Raisins. Oh, yeah, you know it. These are the originals, too, not the big ones. So the first ones that came out were actually these smaller ones, and I actually picked these up at my a local comic shop because I never had the guy with the sunglasses. I always had the saxophone player and the tuba player or whatever he is. But I always had these two guys, right? And then I found this guy. I think there's like two more I'm missing, or maybe three. But yeah, I would like to get the whole set. I always love the California Raisins, and I actually got these two from my father back when he did. He used to go on business trips, and one time he went to Las Vegas and came back with these. He came back with these, and I think it was like a. It might have been a DC superheroes, the old DC superheroes, not the what mid 2000s DC superhero stuff, but the 80s DC superheroes. And he came back with what was it? Kryptonite Ring. I think it was Kryptonite Ring Superman, or might have been Super Friends Superman. So, but yeah, he came back with these, and I was like, cool, they're little raisin dudes. And then he was like, I got you something else too, and there's a Superman. And I was like, oh, I love Superman. Oh my god, I pooped my pants. You know how that goes. But there's the there's the. I always like to think of him as the lead singer, but there actually is a guy that comes with a microphone. So, but yeah, I've had those guys for a while. Like I said, I picked him up 2 years ago. This guy, and then the other two I've always had. So there's that. All right, so the first custom piece that I will show, it's actually the first and the only custom piece because I'm still waiting on some Star Wars custom stuff from Syndicate Customs. He's all the way in Australia, and he's kind of backlogged with his stuff, and his stuff kind of does take a little while to get made, especially if you have stuff painted. And I think I have a couple human heads being painted by him because I cannot paint eyes for the life of me. So, but it is good with superhero stuff because most of them don't have eyes. They're just whited out eyes, so that makes it a little bit easier, which is nice if they have domino masks. But this is actually a head that I got. This is the Carrie Kelly figure. And while that's a nice figure, I already have a Carrie Kelly figure, I think from, what was it? Did Mattel make one? I can't remember. I think Mattel made a Carrie Kelly, which I have. And then they also made the old DC Direct one, which I also have. So with this one, I was like, I don't need a third Carrie Kelly, so I'm gonna turn him into or her into Dick Gray, a classic looking, if you will, Earth 2 Dick Grayson, or just classic looking Dick Grayson. So this head I actually got, like I said, from an eBay seller. I'll give you an up close look at it. Let me move my camera up a little bit because I'm ruining my own lighting here by not having them up. Looks really, really good. This is actually the original sculpt from the McFarlane figure. And if you know anything about that McFarlane, I think it was like a gold label, Dick Grayson. It was, I guess, pretty rare. And then, going on the secondary market anywhere from $150 to $200. And I'm just like, absolutely not. I'm not paying. I would never, ever even consider paying $100 for a figure like this small, and he doesn't really even come with much either, the original release. So I was like, well, hell, I'd rather spend $30 on a head. I paid $10 for the Carrie Kelly. That's $40 right there. I think that's fine. That's a good enough investment. And he has full range of motion, articulation, everything, and the paint matches the body of Carrie. So Carrie ran a little bit lighter in skin tone. So this customizer specifically also improved the head to accept the peg. So it works off the original peg from Carrie because she has a small, teeny little peg in the head. Let me see if I can pull this off. Oh God, I'm knocking shit over. Oh God. So she's got this teeny little peg. I don't know. My hand just went flying like that. Good Lord. That was just borderline obnoxious. So the peg is really small, and the head really does fit that peg hole that he dremeled perfectly, and it even clicks in place. Listen to that. That is so satisfying. Um, and he painted the skin tones nicely. And if you and I'll like I said, I'll leave the I'll let you guys know the link. But he even says in his description that sometimes the Carrie Kelly figure will vary in skin tone, but for the most part, she's usually this like lighter pale because she's got red hair. So he made the skin tone specifically lighter in tone to fit the body. So you don't have to worry about skin tones not matching with this guy. He's actually a really good customizer. Good dude, too. So I actually had a chance to chat with him for a little bit. Oh, God, there he goes. All right. Ankles. Do your ankle thing. But yeah, he can pose. He can look up. If you need him to, you can look down really, really well. He can do the tilt. Look at that. This is a customized head. It's so good. Most McFarlane heads can't do that. Most Marvel Legends can't do that now. He's even got jive turkeys. Look at this. So I had to do that. There you go. You got your turkeys in. But paint is crisp and clean. And yeah, so if you don't want to pay a ridiculous amount for a McFarlane figure, which no one should, you can get this guy. And you could even get the Carrie Kelly figure. Does not go for much at all. If or at all. If or at all. If or at all. It sounds like some sort of weird song. The name of a band or something. Some sort of edgy new wave band or something. Have you heard the new If or At All song? It's delicious. Let me find him, and then I'll let you guys know, and let me see if I can post it in the chat here. I don't think I can type, but I will type it off my iPad if eBay will pull up. But anyway, while we're doing that, I'll set him aside. Okay. Are you going to stand, bud? No. But I also picked up, I think I got him, what was it, about last month? I picked up the Page Punchers traditional looking Shazam, and it is a huge improvement. I like the modern one. Here's the modern one. Let me get Dick out of here. Let me get my little Dick out of here. Here's the modern one, and you can tell this is like early McFarlane, and then here is the difference in the classic looking one. So expect his review coming as well, but I want to do something special for his review, so I'm going to try and go to the drawing board and figure something out, because Shazam is very, very important and very meaningful to me as far as a character goes, and especially him in action figure form. But the reds are much more of like a true red here, where this is almost like a weird, it's like almost like a orangey red. It might not be showing up on camera like that, but when you have this figure in hand, he's much more orangey red, and he's got like orange like blush on. It's very weird. You can see how like darker skin tone and inconsistent it is there. So a little weird, but still a solid figure. Not a bad figure by any means. Something based on Jurassic Park, I guess. Page Punchers is awesome. Yeah, I agree. Wonder what they're going to be. Oh wait, Marauders Task Force is going to reveal a new toy line called Dino Hunters at Joe Fest. I posted in the community. Oh, okay. I'll be sure to check that out, man. Maybe it's going to be like a little spin-off of Dino Riders. Yeah, it's like mango red. It's weird. If you have this figure, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it is strange, to say the least. I don't think I ever did his review, so he's probably going to pop up in his review. But I got something special planned, kind of planned for his review. So it's going to be a process. It might be a long review too, like a 30-minute review I do on him. So, but I did want to show that I did pick him up. So there's that. Um, and if eBay will load, I don't know what's going on right now. There we go. Oh my God. Now I got to do this sign in shit. Oh my Lord, have mercy. What's the point of like touch or like face identification if you can't sign in? I don't understand why it still makes you physically sign in. Now it wants me to do all. Oh my good Lord. Yeah, I'm already got Touch ID. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Good Lord, eBay. Want to make sure you are you. Dorks. All right. So the name of the seller is My Cheshire Moon. It's all one word too. MyCheshireMoon. My Cheshire Moon on eBay. And like I said, he does sell them for $30. He's got really good communication skills, and I'm not being facetious when I say that. I'm being literal. It says on his description, made to order, not pre-made. So it does. It takes like, I think he says 10 business days. So try to understand that it does take 10 business days, not normal days. So skip the weekends. It's not gonna. That doesn't count towards the process, the order making process. And then he says, I've been hit up with requests for weeks for this head. This head is scanned from the McFarlane Toy Store exclusive Dick Grayson Robin sold out fast. Get you a Carrie Kelly Robin figure, and instant Dick Grayson Robin is presented. Carrie Kelly Robin body with my Dick Grayson head, resin printed, fully painted. He also paints them too, so that's great. Snaps on like the original. Skin tones will match as close to the Carrie Kelly body that he can get. And this is like spot on, like perfect. Like absolutely, there's no deviation. Like not even slight. So it's really good. And like I said, 10 business days to ship. So there you go. Hopefully that helps another collector out there trying to save a couple bucks. I don't recommend paying $100 for any McFarlane figure ever, but I just wanted to kind of note that. So that is the custom, and the next pickup I got was, and this is actually a figure that I really, really like the body now that I have it in hand, and I actually think this body works perfectly, more so for this character than the original figure that it was made for, and that is going to be the Authority's Midnighter. If you don't know anything about the Authority, how do I explain this? They don't work for the government. They kind of just handle things on their own terms. Midnighter isn't just really a knockoff Batman. He does actually have superpowers. He's got cybernetic implants, and he also can essentially see all the variables in a fight. So he already knows what you're going to do before you're going to do it, which is actually a pretty cool thing to have as far as a superpower goes. Other than that, it's all fighting skills, stuff like that. You know, he's still kind of pretty much low level as far as compared to some of the other people on his team. But I don't know. I've always thought they were an interesting group as far as that goes. The Authority, and supposedly we're supposed to get a live action movie of them eventually. So maybe we'll see more of these figures. I don't know. Maybe we'll get Apollo next, because at least you can put Apollo with Midnighter, seeing as they are not only both gay, but they are a couple. So at least you'll be able to do that if you want to. So, all right. So next, I picked up. These are just a couple. I'm not gonna do all these because there's a lot, but I'm just gonna try and maybe I'll save the rest for another video. But I picked up Icon, which he's a very simple figure, but I don't know whether it's that awesome head sculpt he's got or the wired cloth goods cape. It just I don't know. There's something about simple designs sometimes. It's like the more simple you go, it seems like the better it is at times, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. But that's fine. But speaking of people that fly through the air and have crazy strength and durability and all those things, I picked up the Silver Age Superman. I got him from GameStop. I got him from eBay. I got him for $20 on eBay, mint on card. So let's get him over there. And then I also got, I'll just keep him on the stand. He's going to be a little bit tall, but I had to get the Kingdom Come Superman. There's like, talk about godly powers. Good Lord. Kingdom Come Superman. What Silver Age Superman is capable of or has accomplished, like Kingdom Come could do that on his worst day, you know? That's how OP Kingdom Come Superman is, like peak level Superman, essentially. Earth 2 Superman, pretty powerful too. So he's nothing to shake a stick at either. Or he is something to shake a stick at. It would be the reverse. And then, it still smells. And then I got this stinky Azrael from eBay. It was, I think, originally $17. And then when I got him, it was like rank cigarettes. And I was like, oh man, it like pretty much ruins a figure for me when a figure smells like cigarettes. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you even want this thing because I got, what was it? I got an Abomination figure about a year and a half ago. Hey, it might have been about 2 years ago. Whatever. Hey, it doesn't matter when. But it smelled so bad like cigarettes, and I tried everything. Some people said, use dryer sheets. Yeah, that shit doesn't work. Some people say to use rice, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. Other people say baking soda, which I haven't tried them in baking soda yet. Well, actually, I did, and that didn't work. So it doesn't work. It's just called, hey, fellow collectors that smoke cigarettes, don't do it around your figures because it just ruins the plastic. Like, I mean, destroys it. I don't know. I was almost going to make a video about like things that fellow collectors do that drive me up a wall, and one of them would be smoking cigarettes around your figures. It's disgusting. And then when you try to sell them to someone, you don't tell them. It smells like shit. Anyway. Yeah, it does literally stink. But I reached out to the seller. They were actually pretty cool. It was actually a person selling for the another person. I don't know the whole situation. I didn't want to get into it, but they actually sent me a partial refund, which was nice. Sent me like an $8 refund, which is like more than half the price. So I was like, that's fine. I'll accept that. That's perfectly fine. It still smells like shit, but I just try to keep them. I'm just gonna put them on the Batman villain shelf, and that's where he's gonna go and stay and be in the. He'll be a part of the shelf, but he'll be he'll be on his own. Cause you smell like ass, boy. So there's that. So I got those. I'm gonna say this about these two figures, and everyone's kind of pooping their pants about them. By the way, Silver Age Superman, Kingdom Come Superman are both on the same body. Same thing with the Max Fleischer Superman. They're all in the same body. Same thing with Icon too. And this is his regular release, not the platinum, which I don't really like the platinum one. I like this one. It's very Christmassy. I love it. I randomly found these two at Walmart, and it's actually weird. I have a weird story. I got the year one Batman and Jim Gordon, and it's actually a weird story. So they popped up on Walmart's website, and I initially, because they have them in store, went to Walmart. Um, or I'm sorry, I ordered them for pickup. Now, my work schedule is weird sometimes. Sometimes I have to do what is called a clopen, which is an open and or a close and then an open, which sucks. And I would have had no time to actually go physically pick them up other than the time that I had just before work that day, which was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, long story short, I'm not going to bore you to death with all this, but long story short, I went to the store. I reached out to them. I was like, "Hey, can I just pick these figures up right now?" And they're like, "Well, they haven't picked the order." And I was like, "I know." All right. So a manager came out and she was like, "Okay, so what are you looking for?" And I was like, "I'm looking for these two figures. I've already ordered them. I already paid for them. I'm not going to have time." And she's like, "Oh, and we also have a 24-hour hold rule where if it takes longer than 24 hours, which I wouldn't have had time to get, it would have been more than 24 hours, then we have to cancel the order." And I'm like, "So I'm pretty much not going to get these." And she's like, "Well, hold on, let me see what I can do." The original person that I went to at Walmart did not want to help me. She was in a shitty mood. I was like killing her with kindness the whole time, and she did not want to help me. I was like, "Can you check?" I was like, "Is it okay? I'm not trying to be annoying or rude. I get you have other stuff going on." I was like, "Is it okay if I just check? Can we just check? You and I, check that box, and if it's in there, I'll cancel my order and purchase those." She goes, "No, you can't do that. It'll throw my inventory off." And I was like, "Huh? What? If I'm gonna cancel my order and purchase these that are right here, what's the problem?" So the manager came out, long story short, and said, "No, you're not going to throw her inventory off. She just doesn't want to scan them." And I was like, "But it's just a box of figures. Like, she doesn't have any, she's not even doing anything. She was in the electronics department. She was just standing around doing nothing." Anyway, so the manager, long story short, scanned the figures, handed them to me. I canceled my order. Long story short, yeah. You gotta love those disgruntled employees. I know, man. I get it. I work in customer service and it sucks. Customers are not always right. It's a shitty slogan that for some reason people think that it's okay to use. Um, but when you're providing a service for people, you could have 5% patience with people. At least this woman had no patience for anything. Anyway, not a big deal. I got the figures anyway, so it's a non-factor. I'm now picturing Joker making threatening comments about someone sitting down with, right? Right? Exactly. Like, oh, who brought Azrael? He smells like ass. I'm gonna try and do something with him. I'm trying I don't know, scrub him again. Let him soak for like 3 days in baking soda and see if that works. But he doesn't smell nearly as bad as when I got him. Like it was like as soon as I opened up the box, it was bad. It was really bad. I'm not laying it on thick here. It was bad. So 2 plus 2 is net neutral. Or -2 plus 2 is net neutral. When I worked Walmart, helping people was the highlight of my shift. Oh, okay, that's a good that's a good attitude to have, Mark. That is a good attitude. I mean that's the thing. Like you choose to work in customer service. Like everyone who works in customer service chooses to do it. So you have to have a sense of patience and understanding and communication. Those three things are the key to customer service, regardless. So I don't know. A lot of people just do it because it's a job and they don't give a shit. But I'm like, hey Andy, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Be sure to check out Andy's channel and Woodman's channel as well. They both have channels and they upload frequently, so be sure to check those out. And Woodman does a bunch of um, customs too. So, and A&D, like I said, uploads pretty regularly. I just saw your last video, A&D. But anyway, and thanks for popping in, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, these guys they're okay. The hype is really getting to this guy. They're like, oh my gosh, it's the definitive bat. I'm like, it's not the definitive Batman. I think people get caught up in the pouches and the symbol. I don't really like and I get it. That's kind of part of the artwork. But when I think of definitive Batman, his skin tone is very pale. Like extremely pale to the point where it's like it's really just invoking the comic. That on top of that, he's got like little baby arms. Like his arms are kind of small, which is accurate for the comic. But when I think of definitive, which a lot of collectors like to throw that term around, nothing is really going to be definitive. There's always something that's going to replace it. So I just kind of think that that's a moot point to ever make. But he also has childbearing hips and short arms. It's kind of it's a little strange, but it's fine. I think what I paid for them for the price that they were, I think they actually rang up at $22.99, which I think they were supposed to be like 25 or 27. But I got them for $22.99 each, which was a good steal. It was actually cheaper for me to pay for them in the store and cancel my order, which was an online pickup, because I think they were like 20, or I think they were like $30 online. It was weird. Gordon's fine. He's not anything really all that special. He is not using the entirety of the Constantine body. He does have newer legs. I don't know if they're reused from somebody else, but he doesn't have the holes in his knees like the Constantine figure did on the legs. I don't know if these are retooled. Maybe they are, or if they're just different legs entirely, but he's not 100% the same. But what is annoying is that, and I'm sure you've seen other collectors point this out, is that the tie is not fully painted. Like it's a loose fitting tie. Like he unsnugged it and they just painted the tie itself without the rest of the tie being painted, as you could see it in the sculpt. So that's like like you could have done better there. Come on. Well, it's a nitpick. Sorry, I had a long day today. It was a 12-hour shift and it sucked. It actually didn't suck. It was a good day. It just was long. It was just I felt like I was there forever. Gordon's pants look weird. Yeah. Yeah, they're not really khaki. They're kind of like gray with like a light yellow or khaki wash on them. It is quite strange. It's definitely like gray pants, but it's fine. It's a Gordon. I don't think we're gonna get another Gordon from McFarlane. So, what I do recommend if you want to pass on this guy, though, what I do recommend is getting the Greg Capullo DC Collectibles Jim Gordon. I think that figure fits in any collection. And he comes with like a walkie-talkie and a handgun, like an actual like I don't know, like a SIG pistol or like it's more like a striker fire pistol as opposed to this old-timey revolver that he comes with here. So Jim Gordon would never wear a clip-on, right? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the rest of the tie because it's just like 2 swipes of black. I just don't know how you do that or why you would. I get it. It's probably just, the factory missed it, but it's just kind of a weird thing. I mean, they're solid figures. They're not. I don't think they're on the great scale. Like they're not like the most amazing McFarlane figures I've ever seen. He does have a wired cape, by the way. Sorry, I didn't say that. But he is a good figure. I do like them, and it is nice to have an actual McFarlane Jim Gordon. So there's that. I think Jim Gordon's only supposed to be like 6 feet tall, though. He's a little tall. All right, so let's get to the unboxing here, or I don't know what to really call this. Preview? Showcase? Do you guys want to see the vehicle first? Do you want me to open up the vehicle first or the 2-pack? I just got these in today. Well, I got the vehicle in like 2 weeks ago, but I got the 2-pack in today. So we got 1 vote for vehicle, as sorry, one of my favorite sportscasters, Steve Tasker would say. We got 2 votes for vehicle. I think you guys will really like the vehicle too. I got to move some stuff though if I'm going to do the vehicle. I would have had to move it regardless. So, all right, I got to move all this. 2 votes vehicle. And I gotta say this, I while I am excited to see what Mattel's going to do, the thing that I know will be a big difference. Sorry, I gotta pick up my saxophone guy. Or trumpet. That's a trumpet. It looks more like a trumpet. McFarlane does a lot of vehicles. He has done a ton of vehicles for us collectors. So I don't know if Mattel's going to be able to keep up with that aspect of their toy line. They do vehicles, because if you look at the Masterverse line, they do them. They do like a do. But I don't know if they'll be doing the amount. Like I don't know how many Batmobiles we're going to get. Not that we need like a ton of Batmobiles, but I don't know how many Mattel is going to make. They might make a couple, but they're not going to make, I don't think, the amount that McFarlane has. Like maybe you get a Tumbler. I also think it'll be a lot more expensive if Mattel makes them, but that's just me. All right, we'll do the vehicle. All right, so I picked up, and this was on sale for I think it was just $70. It was $70, originally $115, and it's still hovering around that, like anywhere from $70 to $75. And I think it's a pretty good deal for what you're getting here, and that is the Batman Beyond Batmobile. I'm really got to back this up. I don't know how I'm going to fit this on camera, but yes, it's on Amazon. You can check it out. Like I said, it's ranging between anywhere from 70, depending on the day that you buy it, to $75. And it's been kind of floating on, or kind of staying on sale for a while. This is not only a Batmobile, not only a really cool, like futuristic looking Batman Beyond Batmobile, but it also has lights and sounds. Now, this isn't the version that comes with the figure, the neo-gothic Terry McGinnis. This is the one that doesn't come with the figure. But it's still originally, I think, retailed around $100 to $115. So you're saving a ton of money. You're getting a really cool Batmobile. It's free shipping on top of that. How can you beat it? If you would have bought this off McFarlane's website, you would have paid $10 for shipping alone, and then another $115 just to get it. So it's a huge savings, like huge savings. And I don't go crazy buying Batmobiles because I don't have the room. But this was one where I was like, it has lights and sounds. it's really like no one has. I don't think anybody has ever made a Terry McGinnis Batmobile or a Batman Beyond Batmobile, but I don't know. Really cool. It's 21 inches in length and fit or no, yeah, 21 blah, blah, 21 inches long, and it comes out to 53 centimeters in length as well. Doesn't say the height. Here's the oh my god, sorry. Here's the top. It's like a top shot of the Batmobile. It does come with also a display stand because it's supposed to hover. And then here's the that back shot, baby. And then there's what the figure will look like in the cockpit. I'm going to be honest. I was never really a big fan of the neo gothic look for Terry from the comic. I just liked his animated. And then here's some instructions on how to open the cockpit. I'm going to back up. There's the cockpit, and then there's all the other instructions as far as lights and sounds and stuff and such. So pretty cool stuff, man. And then here I'll zoom in, so in case anybody's watching this on playback, they actually have the instructions here. It's in multiple languages. You can pause it and read it if you need to. There you go. All right. So hopefully that helps somebody if they needed help. Like, oh no, I can't remember what the instructions said. There you go. There you go, right there. That right there. And like I said, the original, even the original release of Terry McGinnis from McFarlane does fit in this. The Mattel versions figures do fit in this. There's the really cool display stand. We'll get to that. And then opening the big set. Opening the big set. There we go. Get rid of that. It does come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I got a bunch of inside. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning so much. I have like no energy. I have like no energy. I gotta drink some water. Let me get it. Let me take a water break. Hold on. I'll try and be quiet. Ah, I needed that. Sometimes when you feel tired, man, you just gotta drink some water, you know. All right, so here's the first piece. Very shiny piece. Sheeny. It's got like a matte finish, and then there's like gloss right here. So it's a nice breakup of monotony. Put that back in there, like that right there. And then here is, I think this is, these are like the wings. There's another gloss. There you go. Let me know if you need to see anything up close and personal. Or if you want to see stuff from a different angle, let me know. And I will do so. There we go. All right, and then here is, I'm going to move these over. This is already taking up a boatload of space. Move that out of the way. And then here's the cockpit part. It's not really all that large. It's not nearly as large as it seems. The box is a decent size. That's what she said. But yeah, the cockpit part, it's really not all that big. Like I can fit this all on screen essentially. There you go. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty nice. And the button's right here to pop the, or I think it's right there. Right? Isn't that the button? The button? Yeah, that's it. It's not popping open. Or maybe that's the lights. That might be the lights and sound. I have to. I should have probably read the instructions like a dipshit. I didn't do that. Oh boy. Let me turn my other light on here. There we go. Get some ambiance going on. I probably should have just flipped the camera and done this in person. Press the button one time for lights and sounds. Press the button again for lights and effects. So that's the button. And the cocky pit is... that's it. Okay. I'll just poke her. Oh, there's the button. The button. Here's the button right here. It's this little kind of, I don't know if it's like an engine piece or what the hell that would be, but it pops open nice little spring effect. I like the gloss for the seat. That's pretty cool. And then you've got like all these like sculpted designs right here. And then another really cool thing, which I'm going to have to set this down, is you actually have the Joker on the Batmobile's screen from the movie Return of the Joker, which I love that movie, by the way. So good. So good. So good. That's good. All right, I'm going to shut that. Here's the bottom. You've got a lot of weathering detail and sculpting. Like it's almost like a gunmetal metallic skull or paint detail for all of this like engine work right here and intake and exhaust and stuff. Or that wouldn't be exhaust. That would be more intake if it's right here with these fins kind of sucking in air and then farting it out right in the rear end, right over here. Or however a floating car would work. I don't know how that would actually work, but there you go with that. Looks good. Really liking it. I like the red for the canopy windows. It just really sets the tone. And if you get that neo-gothic that comes with this, it is a little bit more expensive. I think it's like 130 or 140, something like that. He comes with like this like red paint job all over him, and it just looks weird. It's supposed to portray him being in the cockpit, being seen through the cockpit, or just having the lights or the interior lights glowing onto him from the cockpit display. Personally, if this thing has lights and sounds, you're already going to, if you just put the regular figure in there, it's already going to show the glow. So like I don't know. It's too much of an idea. It's the David Goyer effect. That's what I always call too many ideas. Too many really cool sounding ideas, but then when they're in reality, it just kind of just doesn't work. You know, like Blade Trinity. Sorry. It's like PTSD, that movie. All right, so next up we've got the Batman Beyond display stand, which looks really cool. I think they did a pretty good job. It's like the traditional Batman Beyond logo right there. And then it's got like I don't know what this is, like shards of like shrapnel metal. But it looks pretty cool. And then you got this like these like grates for like almost looks like a sewer grate. But it looks really cool. That's something that I didn't think they were going to actually do, but they did it. It's just like a hollow plastic. And then there's the peg hole for the pole, which is an actual metal pole. I'm shocked. I'm not actually shocked that McFarlane does this, because he does stuff like this. But it is actually a sturdy metal pole, which does secure nicely into the display stand. And it's strong and dense enough to where you don't have to worry about this ever like cracking or breaking. Like this thing is, it's tough. Let me go ahead and put the Batmobile together, but there is a display stand right there. And we'll put the wings on. They just clip in on the side, right up front. And it's going to make this vehicle much longer. And then it just pops right in like, yeah. Come on. Pop it in there, Billy. And to make sure I'm putting it on right. Yeah, no, that's correct. Just making sure I don't look like an idiot. Okay. Well, it's too late for that, as my mother would say, or my father. Whenever I Oh, there we go. Okay, it's like a smooth glide in. It doesn't like a pop. There's no pop or a snap. It's like a smooth as pie. Smooth as pie. What am I talking about? Anyway, what the hell I'm talking about half the time. I just say things. I just say shit. All right, so now it's not. This is definitely not going to fit in frame. Let me get this out of here. Put this up there, and then I'll get it floating in a second. There it is. I'll do some comparison. Let's see if this is going to stand. Don't knock my whole display over. So there it is right there. I'm going to hold my camera up. And here is, I'll just bring in Midnighter. So there you go with that. So it's vehicle sized. Like, it's not the most egregious, huge thing I've ever seen. So that's what she said. So we'll get Midnighter out of there. And then we'll get it floating. Let's get it floating, man. Because it's got to float. Flautus. Oh, God. And then the display stand goes there. And then there is a peg hole directly in the center right here. And I'm going to peg that in first. And then depending which way you want it to sit. Ooh, that was really satisfying. How that sat into the body. There you go. Right there. That looks great. And there's Midnighter right there. He's staring it down. He's going to take on the floating Batmobile. I don't think so, Tim. I don't think so, Tim. But, yeah, there you go, man. I think it looks really good. And it really sunk in. So that metal rod really sunk into the body. So it's really, really sturdy. Like, it's not going to fall over. You don't have to worry about that. And it rotates. Look at that. It's a rotate. You could play spin the bottle with this thing if you wanted to, you know, if you're still into doing that from like, you know, 6th grade. Hey, hon, let's spice it up tonight. Let's play spin the bottle. But, yeah, there you go. Looks good, man. Very pleased with it. And I got to go get myself my Terry McGinnis. And we'll put him in the cockpit and do all that fun stuff that people do with fingers. Oh, God. All right. Cockpits. The pit of the cock. Whoa, that sounded like a innuendo. All right, so here is. Let me move this up a little bit. Here's my Terry. I really like this. A lot of people diss this figure, but I don't know. I've always liked it. I don't have a problem with it. I think it looks really good, and it comes with the flaming booster feed effects, and I still have his Batarang, so I always put the Batarang with the figure. But yeah, I think the reds match up nicely. He's got like a little bit of a darker tone for that symbol, but I don't know. I've always thought Terry McGinnis was a cool, you know, nice passing of the torch. Where a lot of other companies fumble the passing of the torch to the newer character, and usually, unfortunately, I feel like most characters that do get the torch passed to them fail. Like, not just fail thematically or story wise, they just fail in general to be more interesting character or an interesting character on their own past the original. But Terry, it was a really nice change of pace. I don't know. I've always just dug his character. I thought he's a nice change of pace from the gloom and doom that would be. Um, do I have the Mattel version to compare to? I do not. This is my first Batman Beyond Batmobile. Let's see if I can get these wings off. Oh my good lord! My wingies don't want to come off my back. I hope they come off. Tommy like it. Tommy want wingy. And then we'll get them in the cocky pit. I don't think these are coming off, man. Although there's a pretty deep peg in there. I hope I'm not about to... I'm not trying to ham fist. I don't ham fist stuff, I swear. It probably sounds like I am, but I'm very, very gentle. Gentile. I'm a very gentile person. I don't think these are coming out. There's like a ratchet in there. Oh boy, this is not good. This is not a good sign, folks. I probably should have thought about this before I decided it. Oh God. Yeah, I don't think these are coming out of his back. I don't want to ruin them because I like the wings. I don't want to ruin you, Billy. But I want you out of your back so I can put you in the damn cockpit. Okay, well, I guess you're not going in the cockpit then. That sucks. Andy, do you have the Mattel version? Because I do not. Yeah, they did do a really good job on this. I should have brought my other tripod up here so I could back the damn camera up. I'm trying to get the wings out and they don't want to come out. I don't think they're supposed to. But I have seen other videos of people, because I tried to do my research as much as I can. I might have to heat this up. Oh God, I don't want to turn the friggin' thing. Oh God, I might have to do it. I might have to do it for the sake of the video. I'll have to mute if I can mute. Yeah, I can mute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna heat this up, and you're not gonna hear anything, but it's gonna be loud in here, and I don't want you to have to hear that. All right, I'm back. Yeah, these are not coming out of his back. There's no chance in hell, and they're super malleable right now, and I don't want to rip them, and they feel like they could rip. So that's unfortunate. I'll have to source another Terry McGinnis that doesn't have these wings. I feel like I had to put the wings in when I bought the figure, though. Unless I'm tripping. Somebody let me know. Do you guys have this Terry with the wings? Because they are really in there. And I could have swore that these were removable. I don't know if I'm friggin' tripping here. What the hell's going on? But they don't want to come out, and I'm trying to be super careful. But I really want to see him in the damn cockpit. And there's no way with these wings on he's going to be going in any cockpit. Oh, wait. Maybe it's coming out. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. So, Yeah, that's a deep peg right there. That's a thick boy right there. But I got it out. All right, just got to kind of shaky, 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 wakey, dakey. I thought I was going to have to buy another friggin' figure. I'm like, I really don't want to buy another figure right now. I just don't feel like doing that. Please don't make me do that. Come on, get out. Come on, baby. It's because he's probably had these wings on for, oh my Lord, have mercy, that was annoying. All right, so I got them both out, and they are some thick boy pigs. And this one even has a groove to it, so it's really hooked on. You really got to heat it up. I use a hair dryer. It works the best, or as I would like to call it, a heat gun. But he does have this gaping hole in his back. That's all right. It's okay. But we're going to do it for you guys for the sake of the video. We're going to get him in here because I'm really curious as to see how well he will fit in here. He probably will fit in here perfectly fine. I'm just blowing out of proportion. But let's get him in there. Down there, in there, over there, doot. Get those legs just looking spry here, Billy. All right, I might have to do this off camera because this is like it's like a thing here. Oh yeah, he goes right. Oh yeah, that is BEA beautiful. And so like the Neo Gothic comes with, I think, extra hands. Or like a extra hand, but I think, I'm telling you, man, I think this original version looks better. A and B, I think he functions, his hands, his open hands actually function better for holding on to the grips, which you will see if I can get these sterling elbows bent. The controls don't actually articulate or move, but they are kind of malleable. So try not to force stuff too much. You don't want to break anything. Let's sink them down a little bit more in there. Oh, yeah, that looks great. It looks friggin' awesome. Oh, yeah. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. Love it. With a B. Love. Love it. Look at that. So good. So good. So good. All right, let's try and shut the canopy here. And it shuts perfect. No ears touching. None of that. And then pop it open for the ladies to see. You know, and get them looking. Hey, ladies. Or is that the drive-through window? Hey, man. 2 burgers and a fry? And a shake? 2 burgers, a fry, and a shake? That sounds like a sitcom right there. 2 burgers, a fry, and a shake. Like maybe like an animated sitcom. So he's like looking over. And you can see him in there, kind of. See, that's what I was talking about. Like, it already has that red effect. So, like, putting more red effect on there just makes them look ridiculous, I think. Let me see how many batteries it takes. 3 AAAs. I'm going to go get 3 AAA batteries, and we're going to put some batteries up in this bitch. Oh, God. And then I'll leave Terry saying hello to everybody. Hello. Probably should have brought the batteries, too. Yep, not thinking today. All right, I'm back. It didn't take too long. Okay, and we're going screwdriver you. It probably has a Phillips head, but I got a little baby flathead that should work. And then I got my Duracells. Duracell. All right. Sorry, Energizer, you didn't win this one. It keeps going and going. And it is a Felipe head. So, like everything. I feel like everything is a Phillips head. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you guys, in September, I'm going to Italy for my cousin's wedding. So that sounds like a friggin' rom-com movie. And I'm pretty excited about it. Should be fun. There's the the door thing for the batteries. Then we'll get the batteries in there. Palop. Flop. Schmop. And Topanga. And good thing about Phillips head is that you can still use a flathead to screw it in. And there we go. Not gonna over tighten it. Tighten it just enough. Let's see if it's working here. Oh yeah. It's like floating sounds. I gotta turn my lights off so you guys can see the lights. There we go. Let me turn all the lights off. Oh my God, the ambiance. I have my blue light on behind me, my ODC light. So let's see what it looks like with the red. Oh yeah. So that turns on. Oh, I love that it like glows like that. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Let's see if we can see like the dash. Oh, you can see like the dash and stuff. It looks just like the friggin' cartoon man. Yeah, it looks good. I'm really happy with that. See if we can see Terry's head in there. So that's a cool like glowing feature. And then that just keeps it on. You click it again, that just keeps it on like that. Let's see if Terry's ordering any food. There's where he looks like with the canopy open. That was kind of hard to see, but what would have made a lot of cool sense is that they had a glow in the dark feature with a figure. That would have made more sense, I think. Like glow in the dark paint. And then see it's flickering. It's going to shut itself off in a minute. See? And that's another cool feature. It even knows to shut itself off. It isn't going to stay on forever. And then those are the hovering sounds. I love it. It looks great. Let's do a double click and see if that does anything. Nope, that just shuts it off. Okay, so 2 clicks shuts it off automatically. You get a pulsating light, you get the regular light on, and then you get the hovering sounds. So those are the 3 sounds that you do get. Okay, cover your eyes. You ready? Your eyes are about to adjust. Oof. Oh, God. Mine did. Oh, my God. So bright. Holy shit. All right. But there you go. I love this. Worth every penny of the $70 I spent. Every single penny. The lights, the sounds, the detail on the inside of the cockpit. I even like the nice little touch of the Joker from the actual movie, which is voiced by Mark Hamill and is technically, I don't want to ruin any spoilers in case you haven't seen the movie, but it's a certain somebody. So, yeah, I would absolutely give. Where are my thumbs? Oh, we're gonna do thumbs here because I don't think I'm gonna do a review of this. This is the review. There you go. I've done it. There's 2 thumbs up. Go get this, especially at that $70 price while it's still up like that. There's even details on the inside of the wings. You see those details? And those run all the way on the inside. Let me try and get in closer so you guys can see that. There are details going throughout. Let me just get this off of here. Sorry. There are details going all along the inside of that. I got customs I'm knocking over. Good Lord, I'm a mess over here. Go sit down somewhere, you. Look at all that nice detail on the inside. You know, it's nothing too crazy, but I think that mixture of, like I said, the matte finish with that gloss, it works perfectly for this type of Batmobile. With that nice embossed Batman Beyond display stand with the nice sturdy metal rod holding plastic together, I think it's definitely a home run. This might be one of the, like, I have the 89 Batmobile from McFarlane, not the, I don't have the Flash one. I actually canceled that order and got the 89, the actual 89 one, the gold label. I like that one, but it's very simple. Like, it doesn't have any of the features that this does, and it was a lot less. So I would, if you're up in the air, you don't know, should I get the Batman Beyond one or the 89 Batmobile? I think value right now, the way it's priced at 70, this is way better. Way better. Yeah, it doesn't roll, it's not supposed to, but way better. Different design, different type of Batmobile. So if the designs don't really bother you too much, I know a lot of people are a little bit more traditional. That's fine. I just want a Batmobile that rolls. Totally get it. Don't care about Batman Beyond. Totally get it. But, like, how do you say no to that face? And the wings do come off. It just takes a little bit of finessing to work with those wings coming off. But they do. So that's good. And you can fit them in there. I don't know if I want to take them out now. But there you go. Okay, so there is the Batmobile. I don't want to gush too much about it. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Actually, you know what? There's one last thing. I'm going to shut the lights off, and we're going to test out. And let me move more stuff out of the way because I just have stuff in my way. I have diorama pieces all in my way. Diarrhea pieces. Shut that light off. I want to see if the, I'm pretty sure the back does, but I'm going to readjust my camera here. I want to see if the back lights up. Yes, it does. Sorry, that is blinding, but yeah, the back lights up also. That is fantastic. And I love the fact that it just has like a little timer on it and it shuts off. It's so good. Now the front, I don't think the front really lights up it or anything like that, but it does also leave, like, the back lights actually leave the light up feature, you know, projecting onto something else, like the reflection. So that's really cool, man. Oh, I really like this. I was talking to Strident and I was like, yeah, man, you should totally try and get this. And he's like, yeah, I don't need another Batmobile. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, it's really good. I don't know, maybe he'll see this, maybe he'll change his mind. I don't like trying to force people into buying something, but I think this is one where I think it's kind of the exception to the rule. I would highly recommend picking this up. I think it's a beautiful piece. It's really great. And a lot of fun too. And it's really light. Like, not like super light to the point where it feels like a cheap piece of crap. It feels quality, but it is light in the hand. Like I can hold it in one hand outstretched in front of you guys with the display stand standing on, and I can take it off and it'll be a little bit lighter because this is actually metal holding more weight. But if you want to like zoom it outside, you can actually kind of keep your thumb right in on that back wing, and it's actually quite comfortable. So if you want to like zoom them outside, play around, you can do that. So good job, McFarlane. That I mean, I think he did a better job with that than he did with the '89 Batmobile. I'm going to be honest. All right, so this 2-pack, I was on the fence with this 2-pack for a while. It kept dropping in price and dropping and dropping, and I was like, I don't think it's going to go any lower. It's kind of like, you're playing devil. I don't say devil's advocate. You're playing with fire. If you go too, it goes low and then it goes back up. And it hasn't gone. It actually went back up a little bit. I think I got this for $30, which is $15 a figure. You can't beat it. And I think for me, let me just show the damn 2-pack. It's the Bizarro and Bat-Zaro 2-pack. Now I don't have a Bizarro from McFarlane. There are 3 different versions. One that has just been released as a Walmart exclusive. I actually had a shot to get him. The day I went to get Batman Year One and Jim Gordon, and I passed on him. I was like, I didn't really. I'm going to be honest. I really wasn't that impressed with the Walmart one, the more classic look. For me, Bizarro has always been more of a kind of a goofball character. Like he's a threat, but I mean, you could take him seriously in the light of like how you would view like Frankenstein's monster, right? Frankenstein's monster, he's a threat, but you kind of feel bad for him, Like there's also cases where like, yeah, he does evil stuff, but he's also a lot of times being manipulated because he's kind of simple-minded. But anyway, my point is that I've always kind of viewed him as a little bit more cartoony in my head. And I always also viewed him as a little bit girthier, larger, like just thicker of a character, not as, how do I say this? Typically slender, like not slender, but typically athletic looking like Superman always has. So, we're going to get to Bat-Zaro. He's kind of a mess. There's certain things on him that are kind of annoying. So, but it's $30. It's $15 a figure. I just don't know how you beat something like that. So, if you're watching this on playback, I'm sure you can skip through all this jibber jabbering and me making a bunch of cracking plastic noises if you don't like that sort of thing. All right, we'll get to the cards. There's a card for you. Let me move my camera up so I have better lighting. And down. There's a card for you. He's upside down. He's supposed to be. There's the file card read up. It even says he is a Frankenstein-like monster, which is funny. All right, and then Bat-Zaro, and now this is the I believe the Ed McGuinness artwork. But I've always liked Ed McGuinness's artwork. He's not my favorite of all time, but I've always liked his artwork. Created by Mr. Mxyzptlk and the Joker as a playmate for Bizarro. Bat-Zaro is a twisted version of the Dark Knight. Wow, that is a very small read-up. Okay. Fantastic. And then Bizarro and Bat-Zarro's real names are unknown. I mean, I would assume it's just Bat-Zarro and Bizarro. Not everyone needs a secret identity. All right, they also come with a display stand, which I have seen myself before. I believe it came with what did it come with? The Doomsday Superman 2-pack. And then if you want to, whoa, I'm just knocking into everything. Here is a cityscape background. So if you wanted to keep them on there, I mean, you're going to mess it up when you take this plastic piece off. But there's some rock protrusions and such. There's actually a lot of nice weathering on the rock formations and stuff. So, looks pretty cool. Lots of weathering going on here and shading. Looks good. Just a hollow plastic. There you go. And a nice little cartoony cityscape. This makes me kind of want to watch Public Enemies. I might have to do that tonight. I haven't watched that movie in a while. I might have to do it. Just plug it in. All right, I'll open up. I'll get Bat-Zarro out. So yeah, as I was saying, I'll monologue a little bit longer. I've always envisioned Bizarro to be kind of how Ed McGuinness, his artwork portrays or is shown as Bizarro. Like, kind of got that crazy, goofy face. So I dig it. I dig it. Figure, like, I don't know how you beat that. Alright, so I have seen this. I actually think it kind of works for Bat-Zarro. A lot of people pointed this out that he just reused, McFarlane just reused the Batman Returns body and got really lazy with the sculpting on the chest, which I will not lie, it is lazy as shit. I agree. I concur with that. It is really lazy. The fact that, I mean, not the fact that he reused the body. I don't have a problem with that. That doesn't bother me. The fact that he sculpted the new logo on top of the old sculpted logo. But I will say this. I think it kind of works for Bat-Zarro. These are characters that are supposed to be kind of like evil, ridiculous, opposite versions of the heroes. So having a upside down sculpted sorry, it's gonna be really loud. I'll mute. All right. Get this plastic nonsense out of my face. I actually think it kind of works because, I mean, it's Bat-Zarro. He has an upside down logo, and like, wouldn't it be funny if, I don't know, maybe I have more of an imagination, but I just picture it like, oh, they stole one of Batman's, or they just stole a suit and it already had a Batman logo on it, and they just pasted a upside down version. It almost looks like, and I know that's not what it is, but it almost looks like they cut the original logo out that was right side up and just slapped it on upside down on his suit. I think it kind of works though. I guess maybe I'm just not as strict with that. But I also don't want to like sound like a hypocrite because there's times like this where this pisses me off, like that. ugh. When you just paint over sculpted boots, that drives me up a proverbial wall. But for this kind of character, I think it does work because he's a friggin' idiot goofball, you know? And I think the body proportions work for the Ed McGuinness artwork. The kind of like bluish purple suit that he's got, the upside down pockets, and it's like everything's falling out of the pockets. Like that's hilarious. These guys are just ridiculous. And the like creepy xenomorph head that he's got, I love it. I think this is really nice. And it does set itself apart from I think the while it's still using the same body, the Dark Knight Returns. Like this is clearly Bats Arrow. And how many other Bats Arrows are you going to get? Especially now with McFarlane, losing the DC, well, part of the DC license. We don't know to what effect still to this day. Probably still make statues and maybe some page punchers here and there, maybe some DC Direct stuff, but that's my assumption, not a fact. But as far as making multiverse figures, it's that those days are probably numbered as of what is it, June or May or June of next year. But yeah, man, I don't know, he's a fun goofball character. I think he's let me move my camera down because I'm not showing the damn figure. I think he's a fun goofball. I like him. I'm not nearly as strict with that, I guess, with him. Where some people were really like laying into this figure, like, oh my god, this is just trash. I hate it. Don't buy this I don't think it's nearly as bad. Some people are really kind of dramatic. Oh, it's so awful. It's sculpted and it's sculpted over the original logo, and I'm like, no, man, it kind of works for his character though. Like, don't get me wrong, if this was like a regular Batman figure and it had friggin' sculpted, like if this was just supposed to be regular Batman, I'd be like, yeah, okay, it sucks. It's lazy, but for Bat Zero only, I think it works. I'll make that exception here. Now, Bizarro, I think, is still the shining star of this two pack. Like I said, I personally think Bizarro should be on a thicker, more like muscle bound, goofball looking face, and then this big puffy body. I think that works for him. I don't like when Bizarro looks like a straight up clone body wise as Clark, because you've got to be able to differentiate not only just in the symbol and in the skin tone face, but also in body. I feel like anatomy goes a long way. And I'll bring in Silver Age Superman to kind of show that I think these can work. I think this is a good, nice, really no, a really nice differentiation between the two characters. Like you can clearly see a difference here. You can clearly see that Bizarro is wearing purple. He is not Superman. He does have an S on the chest, or on the chest and the back, by the way. And this is sculpted in. So that is really nice. I think this is actually a really nice figure. I think people aren't talking this figure up enough. Yes, he does have single jointed elbows because it's on the old Dark Knight Returns Superman body. But I think it's quite nice. I don't know what you guys think, but I like it. I like it a lot. I think my Strato Viper is envious of that Night Raven cockpit. Doesn't light like that. I know, right? That's the one thing I wish the Night Raven could have done. Man, those teeth. I know, right? Look at those. Look at the sculpt in that. Like, there's so much personality there. Like, I'll bring them both in. There's so much personality in these sculpts. I'm gonna miss them. I really am gonna miss them. You know, it's a shame. But like oh my god, the heads are so good. It's so good. I think he's got his Bizarro #1. His bling. He's got his bling. I don't think people use that term anymore. But he does have his bling. I'll still use it. And then there's the S, which is just printed on, but that's fine. It's so good. Look at that face. That's like, I don't know whether to laugh at you or if like be scared that you're about to rip my head off my shoulders. While saying creepy things like, Bizarro fix you now. You know, like, oh God. And he punches your head off your shoulders. Now, granted, your brain, I mean, if you got your head punched off your shoulders, your brain wouldn't even be able to process within that time frame of what just happened, so you wouldn't even feel it. But anyway, I'm done talking about head being punched off shoulders, but head being punched off shoulders. But I think these can work. I think they look good. This is fun. I'm having fun. I got a really cool Batmobile. I got a really fun, cool 2-pack. I'm just having fun here, you know? I love this Silver Age Superman. So good. He is so good. So good. Love him. Simple. Like I said, with Shazam. Simple, but it works. It works so well. So there you go. I'll go through articulation with these guys. We'll do a double whammy live review here. All right, so he does come with his Bizarro chain, Bizarro #1. You know, so there you go. And then he's got his creepy man. I'm gonna grab your cheeks. You know, I'm gonna grab both cheeks, both booty cheeks. Or it's the, want to shake my hand? Or it's the, you know, Emperor Palpatine, the Palpy hands. Unlimited power. You know, all that fun stuff. And then the Bat-Zaro has just gripping hands, which is kind of lame, not going to lie, but he can hold on to a Batarang if you need him to. He doesn't come with one, but, you know, here's Terry McGinnis's. He can hold on to it good enough. There you go. Got extra Batarangs lying around, he can hold on to it. And then he comes with his fisted hands. Bam, bam, bam. Then here's the back of the cape. It's got like folds going in. There's the back of the tush. Man, he's got some cheeks. God damn. Them cheeks, boy. That's a thick boy right there. Does he have cheeks too? He's got some cheeks. Look at that. Got some thick boy cheeks. Got some, you know. Anyway, as far as his articulation does go, his head can look. Oh wow, that looks up really good. Look at that. You don't even have to almost utilize the ab crunch to have him. You know how most McFarlane figures, they don't get their head up, but he gets it. That's like perfect. Look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get his arms. Let's see if we can get him. Oh yeah, we're gonna. Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. Are you gonna do it? All right. Oh, this one's frozen. Let me get it unfrozen here. It's unfrozen, Billy. There we go. Oh, it popped. Oh yeah. Look. Oh my goodness. That is what you want. He looks nuts. I love this. Look how good that looks. This is a good one. And like I said, it's on sale, man. It's been on sale. No one's buying this. It's so good. That is perfect. You got to run? On call for work. Have a great night. All right, man. Yeah, and good luck with work, Woodman. And expect that package soon. But yeah, this is frickin' frackin' awesome. Wow, I am really. Oh, this looks so good. Yeah, have a good night, Woodman. Appreciate you popping in, bud, and thank you for modding also, and being a channel member. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Also, thank you, Terry Turner, for the channel membership. This looks so good. Oh, that looks so good. The like body language, shape, like proportions are perfect. And it's just simple. It's just a flight pose, just a flying pose. Nothing crazy. Not reinventing the wheel. But it just looks so good. I really like this Bizarro. I really, really like him, and no one's really talking about him. They all kind of just like, oh, he's a figure, I guess. You gotta be into that kind of artwork to really like it. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to. You don't. Wait, who makes these rules up? That's what I always say. Like, who makes up the rules of you have to only be into this artwork to accept it as a notable figure in your collection? That's like the fucking dumbest. I'm sorry, I'm gonna swear. That's like the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's like people that compare a figure from 15 years ago to a figure that's just being made now and say that the old figure is trash. And I'm like, well, of course it is 15 years ago. Do you know how much stuff has changed in 15 years? Like the dumbest comparison I've ever seen. It is the low brain way of thinking. Anyway, that's my rant. This Bizarro's awesome. Yeah. If you really don't like the Bat Zorro that much, and you don't like my my way of thinking for how the chess symbol works, then getting this for, even if you get it for $40, that's $20 per figure. I don't think it's nearly that bad. You get a display stand, which is nicely sculpted, and I think it works for that situation. You are getting the world's unfinest, as I like to call them. You get your cards as usual. I think the bodies that they fit for they set up for these characters really works for the artwork. I just am a big fan. I am a big fan. And if you wanted to pair them up with what was it, the Superman, the Ed McGuinness Superman, you could absolutely do that if you don't like fitting them with your regular figures. If you think that they're too much and they can only fit in a certain way, that's perfectly fine. But I think these guys can fit anywhere. I think they're great. I like them. I like them both. I like him a lot more, but I like them both. And Bizarro number one. You know? I think they're great. Fantastic. I love them. I like everything I got. I'm very, very fortunate, very, very happy to have the things that I do. And I am very fortunate to be able to have fun with you guys and be able to play around and just enjoy this stuff. That's the whole point of all of this, is to be able to enjoy stuff and enjoy the things that you own and have fun with them. We can't take this stuff, once we hit the grave. So enjoy it while you got it, right? That's kind of the point of life is you got to enjoy the little moments that you got, enjoy the things that you have while you have them, and have fun while doing it. I think these are friggin' fun figures, and I'm gonna give them a 2 thumbs up. This is my official review. 2 thumbs up. There you go. Go get them. I recommend them. Absolutely. 100% recommend them, even with the bat logo thing. Not a big deal. It works for the character. Go for it. Now, granted, in the artwork, it doesn't show any sort of sculpting. It does show just an upside down logo. On top of that, in the I don't he wasn't in the movie. I don't think. This is why I have to go watch it tonight, which I will. But I have seen it multiple times. I actually own it. I think it might be in this room somewhere. There I go. My mind is going a mile a minute. But anyway, I digress. I think this is great. They're a lot of fun. They have head articulation. They have. Oh, I didn't even finish my articulation. I started gushing over the head range of motion that just stopped. Anyway, the head can look up. The head can look down. I'm such an idiot. The head can tilt. Really nice. Look at, I mean, god damn, his range of motion is so good. We got jive turkeys. Butterfly joints on both sides. Mine was a little frozen on this side, but it snapped out. So it's good. It snapped in a good way, not a bad way. Really good range of motion with the arms. And they can do all that. Look at all that. I'm not doing full 360, all that nonsense, because the human body that can't do full 360s unless you're double jointed, and even still, you can't do a full 360. So, no bicep swivel because he's got a single bend at the elbow and then a swivel at that elbow as well. So that is supposed to give the illusion that he can do things without a bicep swivel. Swivel at the wrist. It's got the McFarlane joints in the wrist, and I don't like them still to this day. I will never like them. He can't really crunch forward, so that's kind of a bummer. But he can tilt. Lower ab crunch, or the lower torso can kind of crunch a little bit, but the diaper kind of gets in the way. But he can crunch back. And now he looks ridiculous with his chest like that. But it's fine. Waist twist. Also twist at the diaphragm joint as well. He can do the splits better than Spider-Man figures can. Legs can go forward. Legs can go back. Upper thigh swivel, that is anatomically correct. Double jointed knee right there. And then we don't have any boot swivel or anything like that, but we do have a pointy toe, pointy heel, ankle pivot, 2 peg holes, toe articulation, which looks absurd. I don't like toe articulation on. I think they're meant for specific characters. Toe articulation is, and others they should just not have it. I just don't like the way toe articulation ages over time. It just causes the figure to flop on its face constantly. So don't like it. Never been a fan. So unless it's like Spider-Man or Daredevil or Batman makes sense. Does Superman need toe articulation? It's debatable. Do most other figure characters that aren't like gymnastic type characters need it? No, they don't. They do not. So, but anyway, I digress. I think that will also bring the live stream to a close. I've been sitting here babbling for long enough, and I'm sure you guys have better things to do on a Saturday. But yeah, as far as the Batmobile goes, yeah, that's. It's a grand slam. It's not even a home run. It's a grand slam. I think these are definitely a home run. I'll say they're a step below the Batmobile, obviously. But for the price, I think they're a grand slam. I think these are fun figures. I like the sculpt. I even like the folds and the textured detail um, in the sculpt for Bat-Zaro that is reused from The Dark Knight Returns, but I think it actually works really good for him. And he's supposed to be on that thicker, bigger body, so that works great too. Love the sculpting and the detail for both the chest symbols. I like that there's an backwards S on his cape and on the front of his logo, and that is sculpted in. I don't mind that it's actually printed on the back of his cape. It's fine. What else? I like the display stand. That's nice. It's always good to have those. Even when you're outside for like display purposes, stuff like that, it works. Overall presentation for the packaging, I don't really do all that, but it's really nice. I like it. Low Monty, what's going on, buddy? OG Triple. But yeah, big fan of these. I would definitely recommend picking them up. Definitely. The if you and on top of that, it's like an extra kind of bonus if you're a big Fran, who's Fran Drescher? I don't know. Big fan of Ed McGuinness's work. This will be right up your alley then. So not much. Just winding down. Yeah, me too, man. It was a long. It felt like I didn't have a long week, but it just felt long. It was dragging ass. I had a long shift today, so. But yeah, it's good to unwind. It's nice to be able to hear from you guys and be able to hang out with you guys. So that's a lot of fun. And yeah, Batmobile, like I said, Batman Beyond Batmobile, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely, just it worth every penny of the $70. Every penny. So yeah. With that being said, I think I will draw this to a close. I do have channel memberships available, so if you guys want to check that out, um, if you're watching this on playback, I'll have it in the description box below. I will post it after I upload this. And then, but if you do want channel memberships, it's in the description box of any of my videos. Yeah, that's it. But if you don't want to be a channel member, simply liking, commenting, and subscribing. Subscribing is free, helps the channel grow, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, stay tuned for more DC reviews, more Star Wars reviews, and G.I. Joe reviews. Those are, I think, the big three that I'm going to be heavily focusing on going forward with this channel. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for me. Thank you to everybody who popped in today. Thank you to A. Indy so much. Thank you to Terry Turner. Thank you to Woodman29. Thank you to Mark Harkness. That's a cool name. Or Harkness, I'm sorry. Mark Harkness. Actually met a guy today that his name was Jay Razor. I was like, that's not your real last name. Did you change your last name? He's like, no, I'm serious. I was born Jay Razor. I was like, what? I was like, you should have totally hyphenated your last name and changed your last name to J. Razor Ramon. That's what I would have done right off the bat. That's just me. But anyway, thank you to also to Lomonti for popping in, man. I appreciate you. And if you missed anything, you can watch it on playback. Like I said, I opened up the Batman Beyond McFarlane Batmobile, which has also lights and sounds. Fantastic. I showed off a couple figures or a few figures that I picked up, and also some future reviews. I gave previews to reviews that are coming out. So Max Flesher review is coming out next. That'll be uploaded tomorrow. And then I guess I'll just call it the Reign of the Supermen review will be up as well. 3 out of the 4. So other than that, thank you to everybody for your continued support, and thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the likes and the views and all that fun stuff. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and enjoy this stuff while we have it, and enjoy life. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.